Hi Cancerians, welcome to your weekly check-in. So within this weekly check-in, we're going to be sort of paying attention to all the Virgo energy that's around us at present. So we still have the sun in Virgo, so it's still Virgo season. We have a new moon in Virgo on Friday the 15th of September. That's at 2:39 a.m. British Summer Time. We have Mercury going direct in Virgo on the same date, on the Friday, and that will be in the evening. So Virgo is a sign of analysis. At present, we might be analysing what's not working in our day-to-day and what we can learn from this. We may be trying to make things more efficient, looking at new strategies, new solutions, new choices. We might also be looking at our relationship with our resources and security. We might be looking at our day-to-day lives and where we give, so where we are of service and support. So the books you can see here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using today. And first of all, we're going to get the tarot cards and we're going to get you a main theme. So the main theme, it may be intentions you want to set for the new moon, or it may just show us what isn't working and what we can learn from that. So what do Cancerians need to know as their main theme for this week? And the week it's the 7 days from the time the video is posted. So what's the main theme for Cancer for the week? Queen of Wands. So you're still in that fiery energy. I remember your last reading, which I absolutely adored, which was about fighting spirit. That was just like, I don't know, that reading was magical with all the fire. It was beautiful. You had a lot of Sagittarius energy in there. Let's look at your energy specifically. I hope it's still a good energy for you, because I know sometimes Cancerians can have a rough time. Three of Pentacles, I mean, so far so good. That's your energy. It looks like maybe you are still you have that fighting spirit. Maybe you were, you've previously felt quite alone and withdrawn, which I know sometimes Cancerians, and I do know I am close to some Cancerians, can go into their shell. Maybe you are now more in a mind frame of collaborating, or you have found ways in your everyday life of making things collaborate, physical things. Maybe you've improved your routine. There's just something about where things are coming together more. So let's look at any external energies. I don't trust that one. It's the Magician, which I guess that would go with collaboration, but it kind of dropped off the deck rather than came out properly. So let's try that again. You have the Hanged Man. You may have changed something about your beliefs, and that's why you are in more of a collaborative frame of mind. Getting a bit of determination from that Queen of Wands. I think you're determined to make things work, whether it's with other people or just day-to-day life. Although the question was, what is not working? But we'll get clarified and see what's what here. So your advice, Cancer. They aimed for the candle again. The cards have a vendetta against the candle. I'll leave the Ten of Pentacles because it was upright, and I am going to put the rest of the cards back. Yeah, most of the videos I've done have aimed for the candle. In about 3 of the videos, they've put the candle out. So I don't know what that's about. But we've got your main cards there. So let's get you an oracle card, first of all, from the Angels and Ancestors deck. I thought that flipped then. It was this Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted, but it didn't quite flip. What do Cancerians need to know for the week? We're going to take 2 of them. So you have Shaman, trust in higher forces. I did say there was something about your beliefs that may have changed, or there may be a need to change beliefs. So that could be that trust in higher forces. Maybe you've been praying a lot. And then you have Summer, bask in joy and light. This is a lovely reading already. I mean, don't know what else is going to happen yet, but it looks good so far. So let's see what else comes out. Let's get you a Sacred Destiny card. Because it looks so positive, it's going to be hard to see what's not working. It might just be minor improvements needed if you're doing pretty well. Or it might just give us a hint on some new intentions that you can set. So Sacred Destiny card. we have 2, truth and adventures. I feel like the trust in higher forces card and the truth are connected, and that to me is about faith. And then the bask in joy and light is where you are ready for new adventures. You're ready for new experiences. You're more open, I would say. And the Queen of Wands, she is open. She's ready for anything. She's ready for any challenge. In fact, let me move these like that, because that is, I feel like it should be that way. Although I feel that this faith energy is what is making you potentially feel that way. And if it's not that you already feel that way, then I would say this is what you need to do. You need to have faith and be open. And I think I said that in, was it the last reading? The last weekly check-in? It could have been where I said be open to all opportunities or something to that effect. So let's clarify that Queen of Wands first. So she's the main theme. So it's either about an intention or potentially what's not working. But I do feel you are probably in that Queen of Wands energy, very likely, or you're coming into that type of energy. But let's see what the cards tell us. So please clarify the Queen of Wands. Right, 4 of Pentacles. Anything else? 10 of Wands. Anything else? You have the Queen of Swords, 6 of Wands, and Ace of Wands. Right, so what I'm getting from this is, I think you are probably coming into that Queen of Wands energy. I think you need to open up a bit more with the 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Anything that's making you feel restricted or holding you back, I think you do need to open up a little bit more. Probably physically you need to be, I mean, you've got the Adventures card there. Like, say if you were someone that would, you've always wanted to go on a holiday, but you've never done it for whatever reason. Maybe you felt you haven't had enough money, or I don't know, you're just a homebody. It's time. It could be time for you to sort of explore the world a little bit more. Maybe now you do have money, but you still have a bit of a restricted sort of mindset. But I definitely feel like there's something about opening up a little bit more here. I feel like you are dropping burdens. I don't feel like, I feel like you may have had burdens, but you are dropping them bit by bit somehow. You may be, I feel like you might be more honest with yourself now about things, or you need to be more honest with yourself. Potentially about how you see other people and how they see you, or possibly because it's the 6 of Wands, because the 6 of Wands I feel can be about being seen, respected, valued. It could be about your own self-value. And there was something else and I can't remember what it is now. About what you're capable of. You might be in a more positive mindset about what you are capable of. Previously you may have felt so restricted that it's like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, and now you've got a bit of a spark. So still that fiery energy where it's like, actually, you know what, I can do this, I can do whatever I want, within reason obviously. So you potentially could be coming more into that type of energy, and if you're not, then it's advisable to let go, open up a bit more, trust in yourself, see yourself in a positive light, because I feel like 6 of Wands is seeing someone in a positive light, and just be open and prepared, and trust in yourself and your capabilities. Yeah, I think what's not working, I think the only thing that I would say is not working is probably feeling a little bit restricted and held back still. For some of you, maybe you still feel completely restricted and you need to open up completely, or for some of you, you may be on the way there, but you just need to open up a little bit more. And it's a Virgo energy, isn't it? The season is Virgo, so it's step by step. It's not a big rush where 1 minute you're an introvert who's a complete homebody, and the next minute you backpacking in multiple countries. It's not that. It's like one step at a time. Maybe you take a trip to somewhere a couple of hours away from home, then the next thing you take a plane a couple of hours away from home, then you fly halfway across the world, bit by bit. And it's not just about holidays as well. It can be, I mean, you've got that card of collaboration there. Maybe in terms of hobbies, you've kept yourself at home and kept yourself to yourself. And I'm a complete homebody as well, so I'm not knocking anybody for that. Maybe it's sort of like going out and finding hobbies to do, could be a simple, the gym. I'm not a fan of the gym, as you can tell. Actually, I don't hate it, and I have been to the gym, but I can live without it, to be frank. I like to walk a lot, and that keeps me reasonably in shape. I'm not saying I'm the fittest person on the planet, but it helps a lot, daily walks. So yeah, just opening up a little bit more and being more open, I think, is I wouldn't say it's what's not working, but it can make things more efficient in your case. We talked about, I mentioned new strategies, new solutions, new choices, and that could be in your day-to-day life. Maybe you introduce something to your day-to-day life that you didn't do before. So let's look at that Three of Pentacles. That is your energy specifically. So as I said, it's still the same thing. It's being more open to collaboration, to different things, to new things. Physically, not just mentally. So it's not just a thought thinking, oh, you know what, I'd love to do that. It's actually doing it. I mean, you've got a painter here. Maybe you are someone who likes art. Maybe you've always wanted to do a painting class and you've thought, oh, but I can't for whatever reason. Now's the time to do that. So let's look at that Three of Pentacles. Maybe it's reaching out to old friends or people that would like to connect with you more or more often, but you kind of, what's the word? Blow them off. That sounds quite rude. Actually, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like if anyone phones and says, oh, do you want to come out here? Or they try to phone you and have a chat and you're like, oh, I'm busy. And you're always making up excuses not because you don't like them, but I don't know. You just prefer to be by yourself. Seven of Pentacles. So it's investing. I think, is this a Virgo card? You know what? I do have books and notes on what signs the cards represent and planets and stuff, but I can't remember a lot of it off the top of my head. Well, most of it I can't remember off the top of my head, apart from the court cards and the major arcana. This might be a Virgo card, and if it's not, it has Virgo energy of it's investing your time and energy into something. You reap what you sow, but it's steps, isn't it? It reminds me of Knight of Pentacles. It's taking the necessary steps and investing bit by bit. Anything else? So it looks like you probably have been doing little things. Some of you may have literally been gardening, but you have been slowly making progress. Yeah, you may have been quite anxious or been going through something emotionally with that Queen of Cups and Nine of Swords there. And maybe the ways that you've been investing your time and energy have maybe helped. Or maybe you need support to help figure out where and how to invest your time and energy to kind of get out of any emotional blockages or any emotional struggles. I will take it. It kind of didn't come out in a way that felt right. But Knight of Pentacles, again, that's taking the steps. Taking small steps bit by bit to be more open. The Tower. I am going to get a bit of clarification on the Tower. I have a thought, but my thought is quite minor compared to what I was thinking. I will say there may have been a disruption to your stability or your day-to-day life that has caused you to sort of consider how you feel about things and to try new things. Let's have a look at the Tower. Let's get a couple of clarifiers for the Tower on its own. We've got the Four of Cups, Ten of Swords. Is that it? Nine of Pentacles there. That's a card of independence. Let's get one more. Yeah, Five of Wands. Something may have happened, some sort of conflict, some sort of ending or something. It's something that you've been thinking about a lot, I would say. It could have potentially been disappointing, although this Four of Cups doesn't look like the disappointed, bored, apathetic, usual card. Yeah, something may have happened that's disrupted your day-to-day life or your home life or your structure, and you've had to rethink in terms of collaboration and where you put your time and energy, and just taking steps to either adapt or to whatever's happened, or to do things differently in a way that benefits you. Okay. But as I say, all in all, it's taking small steps to do different things. And as I say, collaboration, whether it's with people, it's physical, whatever it is. Maybe, I think I mentioned it before, maybe you do a completely different day-to-day routine, and that's the collaboration, the physical method of doing something differently. Let's look at that Hanged Man for you. Right, Ten of Cups. I did say beliefs. Maybe your beliefs have changed about your happiness, what will make you happy, how to be happy. Maybe you had outdated beliefs about, or relied on something specific to make you happy, and you've realised actually it's not that, or I can't rely on that. I have to look at other options. Hermit. So you may, I would say, introspection. It could also, this can also be where you've relied on happiness in terms, because this is Ten of Cups for me, shared happiness. I mean, there's 4 people in the card. In all of the Ten of Cups, I don't think there's any Ten of Cups where it's one person. I think it's always multiple people, so it's shared happiness. Maybe it's a time where you've had to think about, right, well, how can I be happy by myself? What makes me happy when I'm by myself, when I'm on my own? Because yes, it's great to have shared happiness, but realistically, I mean, it's you have to be happy, be able to be happy by yourself anyway, just because. And also, you can't rely on other people for your happiness. I mean, yes, you can share happy moments and periods of times with them, but people have their own lives and circumstances change. You may have friends that you grew up with that move to another country, and children, when children move, when people pass away. That's a bit dark for this, but you know, stuff happens where people's circumstances change, relationships change, people move away, distance happens, etc. People could become busy, whatever, anything could happen. You can't rely on people to provide your happiness overall. That's not fair. That's a lot of pressure to put on people as well, to expect other people to provide your happiness. So, as I say, your beliefs may have changed, or they need, well, this is an external energy. So I would say it's an energy, especially the Hanged Man being a major arcana. It's the universe's way, or spirit's way, or source's way of getting you to putting an energy around you, of getting you to look at how can you be happy on your own when you're just by yourself, no one around, you're just chilling by yourself. How can you be happy? What can you do to feel emotionally fulfilled during those times? Well, I would say the first thing with that is value yourself. Know what you value and value yourself with that Queen of Pentacles. That's one of the steps in knowing how to be happy by yourself. Four of Swords. I feel like that's about rest and relaxation, but I'll get a couple of clarifiers after that. I know I've been through a phase where when I was so busy and stressed with certain things, when I actually did have time off, I didn't even know how to rest and be at peace, like just doing nothing. I just felt completely restless, and even someone who was around me quite often for long periods of time, they said, you don't rest, you don't like sit still for more than 2 seconds, and they were right. It's like the chaos around me it put me on edge so much that even when the chaos was gone and that phase was over, there was like a residual energy of it around me where I couldn't keep still. So anything else for that? We will take it. It's the Page of Wands. Be willing to explore, I would say, with that. I know he has the birds in there that are little messengers as well. So if there are any little thoughts that come into your mind of, oh, that would be cool to do, don't sort of immediately dismiss them. Be open to them. And it may be spiritual messages as well that are coming in to sort of give you hints on how to manage things. So let's look at the Ten of Pentacles, which I take to be your advice. That's stability and abundance, and not just financial abundance, but just overall security, stability in your everyday life. Legacy too. That's come up a few times with these weeklies. Anything else? What do we need to know about this Ten of Pentacles? Okay, that one that wanted to come out was the Nine of Pentacles. That's about independence, making sure that you can be happy and secure and stable independently without relying and putting pressure on anyone else to provide that for you. Knight of Cups, that's, I guess it's the classic follow your dreams card, isn't it, really? Or remember what your dreams are, the things that you desire, that you hope for. High Priestess, the classic intuition card that can become very annoying, especially when you're trying to seek answers and it's like, you already know, it's your intuition. Listen to your intuition. But yeah, listen to your intuition is the advice as well. I can't get away from that. Ten of Pentacles again. I'm not sure what to make of that, to be honest. I feel like it's about sharing what you have with others, and it doesn't mean let people take the piss with you, but like be open. Like say if you feel like you want to connect with people a bit more and spend time with people and you're comfortable being around them and you trust them, invite them to your house more. Like maybe it's about having people in your home more to connect with them. Maybe you are someone who's quite lonely and you say that you're lonely, but how often do you invite people to come and visit you? How often do you go and visit them? Consider that. Anything else? Seven of Wands. It feels like standing up for what you want and having the courage to pursue the things that you want to do, rather than sitting around sort of saying, oh, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that, or I wish I could do this, or just even sitting there saying I'm bored, but never trying to figure, or not even figure out, but trying, because sometimes you don't know until you try something, do you? Like you could be sitting there bored, you get an invitation to do something, but you turn it down and it's like, well, hang on, how do you know that you would have 100% hated that thing? Maybe you should give that a go. Yeah, if you hate it, fine, you never do it again, but you don't know until you try. Right. Okay, this is where the disappointment card, the hurt card, you may have fears about disappointment and being hurt, and that's what may have kept you in a shell, or that may be why you reject offers where if people offer to be some sort of companionship or invite you to events or whatever, you've had experiences and it's like, you know what, I just want to keep myself away from people rather than try and see what happens. Page of Pentacles, for me, a lot of the time I say it's where you only have a little bit to give, or you only want to invest a little bit. I would say be careful of that. And again, it's the whole concept here. For me, the advice feels like open up and be willing to have new experiences, be open to people. Don't let past hurt stop you. Yes, there is 100% a possibility, well, not 100%, but there is a possibility you will be hurt again. People will disappoint you again, but what are you going to do? Write off the whole of humanity because a few people hurt you? I mean, you could if you want to, but I don't think that's helpful. And I think when we limit and restrict ourselves and let past hurts heavily impact our behaviors and the things that we do, we stunt our own growth, especially when you cut yourself off from people, because we learn so much from other people and new experiences. And if you're shutting yourself away, it's very hard to do that, isn't it? So yeah, as I say, I feel like the advice is just to be more open. Be more open. Trust your intuition. If it gives you any hits, any light bulb moments about things you'd like to do or try, give it a go. So let's get you a final oracle card. We're going to use the Oracle of the Unicorns. Anything else that Cancerians need to know for the week? Yep, I knew another one would want to get that candle. It's a good job it's a tea light candle, because I think if it wasn't, it would set the cards on fire. Luckily, there's no damage. It says, passion, do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. I 100% think that's that Queen of Wands card. Definitely. That's a really nice card to get. Be passionate about yourself, be passionate about your life, and make an effort. You have to make the effort. It's not going to come. I mean, if you're very lucky, yeah, you probably could have someone come knocking at your door trying to get your attention. But even if they do, you have to take them up on their offer. And if they don't, then put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. You can't sit there saying you're bored or lonely, but never making any effort to change that. You have to put the effort in. So that's your reading, Cancer. I hope that was helpful. Feel free to leave your comments. And thank you for watching the video. Until the next one, take care.